everyone, my name is Serena and I'm a Visitor Experience Assistant here at the Guelph Civic Museum. Thank you so much for joining me on another episode of Great Guelphites. During this series, we'll talk about people who have lived or live in Guelph and what their life story can tell us about our city. Sometimes we'll talk about famous people, and other times we'll talk about people who lived very ordinary lives. But everybody we talk about can give us a bit more insight into Guelph's story, whether from today or from when they lived. Today we are going to be talking about Dr. Parvathi Basrur, a trailblazing scientist and inspiration to many. Dr. Basrur was born in Kerala, India in 1929. Growing up in India, she always knew that she loved animals and wanted to work with them one day. To do this, she decided that she would study the animal sciences. She had a lot of obstacles ahead of her though. See, a lot of people didn't think it was appropriate for a girl to study science. And in fact, the headmaster at her school tried to discourage her from studying science because he felt it was a boys-only subject. Dr. Basrur persevered and proved everyone wrong. She went on to receive her Bachelor of Science in Biology at Mysore and a Master's of Science in Bangalore. She then made her way to Canada and received her PhD in Science from the University of Toronto in 1955. She did all this while becoming a wife and mother. She definitely didn't let anything get in the way of her goals and dreams. In 1959, Dr. Basrur became the first female faculty member at the Ontario Veterinary College in Guelph, also known as the OVC. Now, in 1959, the OVC had been in operation for 97 years. That's almost 100 years without a female faculty member. By Dr. Basrur becoming the first female faculty member at the OVC, she broke down walls for other women in the future. In her work, Dr. Basrur studied chromosomes in animals and how it can affect their health. She also pioneered new ways to collect samples from mammals and in the study of cytogenetics, which is the study of cells in animals as it relates to their reproduction. Her study in animals also helped human health research. After all, if something can hurt an animal, there's always the chance it could hurt us too. Do you know any cool animal facts? What are some of your favorite animals? Personally, my two favorites are llamas and alpacas. Dr. Basrur went on to have a very successful career at the OVC. While there, she published over 200 papers, 5 books, and 11 chapters. She also acted as mentor to over 5,000 veterinary students, including PhD and master students. She is remembered fondly for her kindness and hospitality, as she would often invite students over to her home to cook for them, while they shared stories, had academic discussions, and just plain had some fun. This earned her the nickname Mama Basrur. Dr. Basrur had a big heart, and she's often remembered for the work in community building she did with international students. It was very important to her that international students felt at home and comfortable while they were studying at the OVC. In fact, 50% of her PhD students were international students, and to many of them, her house and laboratory at work were second homes while they studied. Do you have someone in your life who's inspired you? Who are they, and how have they inspired you? During her career, Dr. Basrur was awarded several notable awards, including the Order of Canada. The Order of Canada is the highest honor a Canadian can receive. It honors those Canadian citizens who, through their work, have made extraordinary contributions to Canada. She was also awarded the Queen's Jubilee Medal, which honors those who are part of the Commonwealth nation for their works of public service and achievements. After learning a bit about her, I'm sure it's easy to see why she was well deserving of both these awards. After she passed away in 2012, over 200 people gathered at the University of Guelph to say their goodbyes. They shared stories and sweet memories of their dear Mama Basrur. Dr. Parvathi Basrur broke barriers with her hard work and dedication. During her time at the OVC, she made multiple improvements in the animal sciences, mentored thousands of students, and changed the lives of those who knew her. Now that we know a little bit more about such an amazing animal scientist from Guelph, we're going to do an activity. It's no surprise that Dr. Basrur loved animals, and today's activity is going to get you going outside looking for animals and insects. On our website, you'll be able to find animal and insect bingo. Print them off, and with a friend and some supervision, go outside and see how many animals and insects you can find. First person with a full line wins. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Great Guelphites. It was lovely to share the life and accomplishments of Dr. Parvathi Basrur with all of you. And I hope after listening, you feel inspired to go out, learn, and break barriers.